12. Uncomfortable truths about aging. Everyone thinks but won't say. Aging is something every one of us will face if we're lucky enough to live long. But the experience of getting older is not always easy, and there are many uncomfortable truths that people think about aging but rarely talk about out loud. These are the feelings, changes, and challenges that don't come with a warning sign, yet they shape how older people live day to day. This script shares 12 of those truths in simple words. It is not meant to make anyone feel bad, but to shed light on what aging really feels like for many people. Understanding these truths can help us be kinder to ourselves and to others as we grow older. You start to feel invisible. The hardest things about aging is feeling like you disappear from the world around you. When you were younger, people noticed you, smiled at you, or struck up conversations. But as the years pass, it's common to feel like others stop paying attention. You might walk into a store and notice the clerk barely looks at you, or you hold the door open for someone but they don't even say thank you. At family gatherings, younger people might be busy with their phones, not really listening to your stories. It's not that people mean to ignore you. Life just moves fast, and youth is often celebrated more. Still, it can make you feel lonely or forgotten. This invisibility is painful because deep down, you know you are still a person with feelings, experiences, and value. People talk down to you. Another uncomfortable truth is how people sometimes treat older adults like they are less smart or less capable. Maybe a stranger on the bus suddenly raises their voice or speaks very slowly, assuming you can't keep up. You might hear phrases like sweetie or dear used in a way that feels more patronizing than kind. Even family members can do this without realizing it. When people talk down to you, it can make you feel frustrated or even angry. You know you're still sharp and can understand things just fine, but others don't always see it that way. This kind of behavior chips away at your confidence and can make social interactions tiring. It's a quiet kind of disrespect that many older adults experience but don't complain about. Your opinion starts to matter less in meetings, conversations, or family decisions. You may notice your thoughts and ideas are often overlooked. Younger people might interrupt you or change the subject quickly. Sometimes people assume that because you're older, your ideas are outdated or not relevant anymore. Even though you have years of experience, your voice might be ignored. This can make you feel invisible in a different way, like your wisdom no longer counts. It's hard to accept when you've spent a lifetime learning and growing. Still, many older adults find ways to share their knowledge and remind others that age does not mean silence, but the struggle to be heard is a reality for many. Your dirt body becomes a stranger. Aging changes your body in ways you might not expect. Muscles get weaker, joints ache, and energy fades faster. Simple things like bending down or climbing stairs may become harder. Sometimes you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back. Your hands might tremble slightly or your skin feels thinner and more fragile. These changes can make you feel like a stranger in your own body. It's difficult when the body doesn't keep up with your spirit and mind. Many older people find themselves grieving the loss of physical strength or agility. At the same time, they learn new ways to live fully despite these changes. Loneliness creeps in even when surrounded by family or friends. Many older adults feel lonely. This loneliness is not always about being alone physically, but about feeling emotionally disconnected. Over time, friends may move away or pass on. Children grow up and have their own lives. Social circles shrink, and days can feel long and quiet. Loneliness is a deep ache that can affect health and happiness. Sometimes it's hard to admit feeling lonely because of pride or fear of being a burden. Finding new connections or hobbies can help, but the feeling of loneliness is a reality for many who age. Technology moves too fast. When you were young, phones were simple and computers were rare. Now, everything runs on apps, touch screens, and fast internet. This rapid change can feel overwhelming. Older adults might struggle with smartphones, online banking, or social media. Even simple tasks like sending a text can seem complicated. It's not about ability. Many older people are eager to learn, but the speed of change leaves some feeling left behind or frustrated. This gap can make older people feel isolated in a world that increasingly depends on technology. People assume you're always sick. It's a common misconception that being older means being sick all the time. If you cough, stumble, or forget something, people might jump to conclusions about your health. While it's true that health issues become more common with age, not every minor problem means something serious. This assumption can lead to others treating you as fragile or incapable, even when you feel fine. It can be hurtful to have your strength or independence questioned just because of your age. You fear becoming a burden. Thinking about the future can bring fear. Fear of losing independence and needing help from others. Whether it's daily tasks, managing money, or medical care, the thought of relying on someone else is scary for many older people. Most want to live on their own terms and keep control over their lives for as long as possible. The worry about becoming a burden weighs heavily, even if family and friends want to support. You reflect on regrets. More often, with more time to think, many older adults look back on their lives and reflect on choices made and paths taken. This reflection can bring up regrets, things they wish they had done differently, chances they didn't take, or words left unsaid. Sometimes these thoughts are painful. Other times, they bring wisdom and a new appreciation for life. These reflections remind us all how important it is to live fully and forgive ourselves along the way. You feel judged for aging. Our culture often prizes youth and beauty, while aging is seen as a decline or loss. Wrinkles, gray hair, slower movements. These signs of age are sometimes treated as flaws. This judgment can make older people feel invisible, unimportant, or pressured to hide who they are. It's unfair because aging is a natural part of life and comes with its own kind of beauty and strength. Death becomes less abstract. When you are young, death seems far away, a story about someone else. But as you grow older, death feels closer. Friends pass away, health scares happen, and the idea of your own mortality becomes real. This awareness can be scary and sad, but also brings a new clarity about what matters in life. Many older adults find peace by accepting death as a part of life and focusing on meaningful moments. You still crave love, intimacy, and purpose. One of the biggest misunderstandings about aging is that older people don't want or need love and connection anymore. In truth, the heart still longs for companionship, touch, and a sense of purpose. Even as the body changes, the desire for meaningful relationships and contribution remains strong. Finding ways to connect, love, and create meaning is important at every age. These 12 truths about aging may be uncomfortable to talk about, but they are real. They remind us that growing older is a complex human experience full of challenges and hopes. By understanding these truths, we can approach aging with more kindness for ourselves and the people we care about. Aging is not just about loss, it's also about wisdom, growth, and continuing to live with dignity and love.